Hi everyone, this is Melissa from In Charge Coaching, and today we're talking about how to turn your opposer, the opposer on your team, into your strongest ally. So for those who don't know me, I work with managers, so I help them build high-performing teams, and I help them become a valuable change maker in their organization. So as we are leading change, one thing that we encounter are opposers. So I want to start first by talking about the roles that you need on a team. Second, I want to talk about that dynamic of trying to lead change and dealing with opposers. And then the three things that you can do when you are dealing with an opposer, and basically how to get them from opposing and having this headbutting to making them your ally. So the first thing, let's talk about those 4 roles. So the 4 roles that you need on a team, and I'm referring to Robert Cantor's 4 players. So they are mover, follower, observer, and opposer. Okay, so I want to go through each one of them so we have a clear understanding of what they are. And know that you as an individual, so each member should be able to move from role to role, but we do have a preference. So don't put anyone in a box of, oh, they're an opposer or they're a mover. You need the ability to shift between the roles, but we all tend to have 1 or 2 that are our preference. So the mover, the role of the mover is the person who is presenting an idea. So they're energizing the team and they're presenting us with a vision, a direction that we're moving in. The second role is the follower. And why do we need followers? Well, we need enough people to get on board with this idea to create consensus and to create that collaboration. Now, the third role is the observer. So this is a more passive role, but the person who is able to kind of sit back and look at the patterns, the new patterns emerging, new data that's coming to light, and new options that are available. So sometimes when we are a mover or a follower, we're really zoning in on what needs to be done, and an observer has a wider view. And then lastly, that opposer. So the opposer has a purpose. The opposer is the person who is taking perspective, looking at things from different angles, using their consequential thinking. They're elevating the quality of, quality control, and helping us shift if a shift needs to happen. So they're the person who's like, hey, I challenge your idea. And usually they challenge the idea because they want to make it better. They're seeing a problem that other people might not be seeing. Okay, so the role of an opposer is crucial in making sure that we are making the right decisions, we're moving in the right direction, and we're operating optimally with quality. So when you are a mover, if you are that change maker and you are that mover, and you're dealing with an opposer, that can be challenging. And a couple of emotions or common emotions that come up as the mover is feeling frustrated because they're creating obstacle to you pushing forward your idea. And there's also fear because you want to protect your idea, and they may be a threat to that project, to that idea, to that direction. Okay, so there's a reason why you are reacting, you're having these emotions. And for them, they're also going through some emotions, and the same emotions, but for different reasons. So for them, they might be going through frustration because they're seeing the possible challenges ahead. They're tapping into the consequential thinking. So they're seeing ahead and what could come up. And they also want to protect the team. They want to protect maybe themselves, the team, our work. the organization, the quality. So they're trying to protect something. So both the mover and the opposer are going through frustration, maybe even anger, and different intensity of fear. All right. So that's the tension between the mover and the opposer. So what do you do about it? You're sitting on both ends of the table, and the mover and the opposer, it's almost like you have both of an attack or leaning into the problem, and then you have the followers and the observers kind of sitting back and watching it all happen. So here's how you make that transition from butting heads to getting on the same page. First off is your approach, and realize that there is a purpose and value to the opposition. Second is look at what they're wanting. What are they trying to achieve? And don't assume that you know what they're thinking or that you know their intention. That's a bias. We have a bias. We think we know what the other person is thinking or their intentions, and that is false. So be able to ask. Ask questions and get clear on what they're after. And third is to determine if you can move towards clarity. So even when you're getting a clearer picture on what they want, they may struggle to put into words the problem that they're seeing. So the test is, can you move towards clarifying the problem, the obstacles, the reason they're opposing, and can you move towards working together to create options? So again, there is a reason for opposers to be on your team. Second, you're both going through something, but you are both frustrated. You're both trying to protect something. You're both wanting to deal with the obstacles. So you have a common vision. You're just going about it a different way. And can you come together to clarify what are the possible obstacles, what are the challenges ahead, and work together to create new solutions? So I hope this was helpful. Please let me know if you're watching, say hi. If you're watching on the replay, #replay. I would like to know the key takeaway for you of this video and how you intend to use it. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next live.